Alrighty, I think we're good to get the game started. So, good afternoon, everyone. It's 2 p.m. here, October 26th in Chicago, and for today's game, we're going to be casting the Illinois Tech Division 3 League of Legends team against the Division 3 League of Legends team against Bradley University MTM. Um, and we'll see how it goes. So, Illinois Tech, this is week 2 for the Scarlet Hawks. Week 1 had them have a tough 0-2 loss against DePaul University. Blue Demons, their third seed team. And then for today, Bradley University in Peoria is going to be the opponent for this matchup. Looks like the teams are going to be going to assign their draft through the through Pro Draft. So we'll see the link coming up in a bit. Let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so we'll wait until the pick band selection starts, and then we can start commentating on that. Until then, we'll just hold on tight. All right, looking like we're going to start seeing some of the picks and bans come across the board. Thanks for waiting, everyone, patiently. Looking like IIT, the first ban not selecting a member? Not sure. I thought I saw a Sivir hovered. It's going to be the Pantheon and Morgana here for the first round of bans coming out here from Bradley. Looking like the Pantheon is going to be focused on the top lane from J Mars. We saw last week he was able to get a couple of those 1v1s in against his opponents, so looking really strong on that champ. So Bradley want to be taking that away from him. The Morgana likely just going to be center at the support. Spell Shield's always frustrating to play against with in a 2v2 bot lane. So the Thresh, though, is going to be their how IIT is going to respond. And it looks like they're not actually selecting bans for IIT. I'm not sure if this is something that's intentional or maybe just players from IIT being unfamiliar with Pro Draft or maybe just confidence. Who knows? I'm all for it though. It's going to be the third round. Finally, the third ban coming in is going to be the Mordekaiser coming out, going away here for IIT, and then now we're going to be transitioning into the first round of picks. Darius is going to be picked up there for the top lane for IIT, and we've seen J Mars on that before in last season, and he's been pretty confident in that top lane matchup. So we're going to be really interesting to see how Bradley responds to that, and they're going to actually end up going with the Urgot. So Darius versus Urgot matchup will be the first one that we see on the map. The second pick coming from Bradley coming up in a bit, but we're going to have to try to see, what kind of comp that these teams are going to be focusing on. We see that I think IIT's strength that we saw in game one against DePaul was their ability for team fight skirmishes. They really are able to capitalize on their movement and positioning against enemy teams and able to come out on top usually. But in terms of a 5v5 head-on match, that's really up in the air for anyone. Junglers look like they're going to be selected here. Olaf here for Bradley. Kane there for IIT. 20 seconds left on the timer for the final first round pick for Scarlet Hawks. And yeah, I think if for those that are new to our stream, be sure if you want to keep up to date with how the Hawks are doing outside of just our casting hours, we do have a YouTube channel, and I think we have that link down there on our Twitch stream panels. You can definitely watch some of the games that the Hawks have been going through under this season. Yeah, week 2 here for the for League of Legends is going to be hopefully seeing some wins across the board as both the B and C team face their first loss of the week. It's going to be the Rammus, though, taken here for IIT. So that's an interesting pick for sure. Normally, I've seen Kane and Rammus maybe play as junglers, but perhaps a Kane mid lane. I'm not too sure about that. Looks like it's going to be the J Stove for Bradley as the as their mid laner, so leaving Bradley's bot lane open to the next ban phase. Same with Illinois Tech. It's going to be the brand taken away, the brand support likely being taken away here for Illinois Tech. It could be Rammus support. I'm really interested in this Kane Rammus pick. I'm not too sure what the Hawks' focus will be for that. It's going to be the Nautilus, another hook champion that IIT wants to be getting off of the map. Would be fitting if it would be like a Blitzcrank just to round it all out. Maybe a Pike, another hook champion, but looking like Bradley is going to be trying to avoid the mage support lineups with Vel'Koz, with Brand. Lux support's still available, it looks like, though, so maybe we'll see Bradley, if their support is confident on those types of champs in his or her hero pool, might be opting towards that. The Kiana going to be the last ban here for Illinois Tech, and yeah, a lot of these picks, I'm surprised as to if it was not a marksman ban or another support ban, but I digress. Maybe IIT's going to be trying some new stuff, maybe a mage bot lane instead of a traditional marksman, but we normally do see Pirate Windows, the captain for the Division 3 team, and the bottom usually tend towards those. So maybe IIT's been practicing some. Looking like the support for Bradley will be the Braum, and IIT's will be Leona. The uh, level 2 all in potential from Leona is deadly. So if IIT gets that level 2 advantage from the second wave before Braum does, that'll definitely be putting Bradley in a tight spot. However, Braum with level 2 is also pretty potent as well if they're able to combat that at the same time with his E up. Likely the Kog'Maw here for IIT as their final pick is going to be the looking like they're going to be going for a protected Kog'Maw comp with basically providing all of that damage. However, it's going to be the final pick going to be the Jinx there for Bradley, and looking at the late game hyperscaling champ is going to be likely looking at a lot of fighting all over the map, as opposed to it's going to be the tanks crashing into each other. I don't really see too much dive potential. Really, only the Kayn likely going to be initiating something all the way from there. Leona with a very strong ultimate to be able to place around the map will definitely be able to get the Hawks, if they're able to position themselves, able to put themselves at an advantage for sure. Olaf, though, with his ult, would be able to just clear right through the front line, and hopefully IIT has the resources to take this match. This will be a best of 3, so give me a quick moment to exit out of this. Nope, that's not it. Get ourselves onto the game. Alright, the picks and bans starting to finally be applied here. And so, for those that are unfamiliar with how Pro Draft works, what we saw earlier from the browser is, more often than not, teams don't actually have own all of the champions in League of Legends on their accounts, and in particular for the league that IIT is participating in CSL, they don't work with Riot to give like access codes to be able to play all champs. So as a workaround for that, to make sure that the drafts remain competitive and people just aren't selecting their roles, they use Pro Draft in a way that will let them just pick everything, have every champion available online so that they can see what they want, and then they just pick and ban accordingly once they actually get into this official pick ban draft. So preemptively using the browser to determine, now being applied. I'm seeing from the chat though that it was not actually the Rammus being picked. It's actually going to be the Sivir and Hecarim bans that IIT had chosen, and it's going to actually be a Ryze mid and an Ezreal, which is kind of unfortunate. I think I've seen Kog'Maw players really dominate solo queue if you have like a really good team to back it up with. But okay, just a slight mix up there. So we'll see the official roster in the end after this pick ban draft. But hopefully for the next game things move a little smoother. Thank you, Caretaker, for that note there in the chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, I really want to. I think in Ezreal Leona bot lane, it's level 2's definitely able to have them capitalize against a Braum support for sure. Jinx early game definitely needs her team to support her in order to be able to have a safe laning phase. But in terms of Ezreal against Braum in the late game, as long as that shield is up, might be hard to be able to land those shots through. Leona having a very all-in style, not really too much chance to back out when she commits for that. So as long as IIT's there with the Leona's back, Wicked Scotty on that Leona, should be exciting. The danger, though, is that when Leona goes for that dive and Braum gets a tag on her, they're instantly at a disadvantage if they're not able to land anything accordingly. We're going to be taken into the 3-minute spectate delay. So until then, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, game 1, Illinois Tech versus Bradley MTM. And we'll see what happens. Alrighty, guys, we are back into the back live now, and so game 1 getting itself started. IIT is actually going to be on the blue side. Let me change the logos accordingly as we get ourselves loaded up onto the game. And as a change of pace today, we have a co-caster with me. So Caretaker is actually a Division 3 member as well for the for Illinois Tech's team. So as the players get loaded onto the Rift, we're going to be looking forward to getting some insight from him as the games progress. 15 seconds now as the teams start to get out of Summoners, get out of their base, and we're going to be seeing what kind of approach they're going to be going for. IIT looking like they're going to look for a potential invade. Not going to actually be spotted out yet, as Braum is, as DeJace hasn't actually moved into the correct bush.
Things don't look good for an invade. I mean, who can catch people out?
Well, the tools that IIT has could be like the Rise
W?
Rise W, Leona Stun, Darius Pull, but again, IIT doesn't look like Bradley actually has the idea that they're in there. bot
I
lane
mean,
from. Go ahead.
Kane has a Q.
That's true too.
Darius also has Q. So.
But look at this, IIT moving into the jungle. Olaf actually not going to see them yet if they're looking for a potential gank, but he's actually going to see them right here if they get into the bush accordingly. I don't know.
Oh,
No,
wait.
the
Oh,
pings are
see,
coming.
now.
The pings are coming out. IIT will have to back out, but with the camp spawning right now, Kane's going to be
Jace.
very behind as the top lane actually has to walk all the way back up there unless he wants to opt for, and with no TP available is going to be letting the Urgot have some free CS. And
Bot lanes are gonna start.
audience, if you guys are watching, let us know how Caretaker's coming in, if he's too low or too soft. The Olaf is not having a fun time, but no, it's a popular clear tool to be able to actually just pull both camps at once. I've seen that happen a couple times. Kane's going to finally is going to start off by taking off the Raptors and then opting for the red buff after. Looking like he might just do a bot side clear and maybe look for a potential gank. Meanwhile, Darius finally back onto the lane and actually not doing too bad in CS. Looks like he was able to get back into the lane alright. Jamar is now level 2 as he looks like Urgot slowly pushing his lane up. And I'm not sure who we saw in the bot lane actually get level 2 first, but doesn't look like either of the teams went for anything too aggressive. Pirate Windows actually.
I don't think the enemy bot lane can engage unless Jinx gets a really good E, or they both like Braum Q and Jinx W.
Sure, definitely. But actually, the Tribush ward is going to be spotting out the Kane, so yeah. Bradley has the upper hand in terms of knowing that's up. Pirate Windows actually having used his health potion a little bit early, I think a little bit preemptively. Hold on, Jamar is now looking for an engage off his own. The Ghost actually being used from him. It's going to be taking him very low. Is he looking for it all in? I don't think he's going to come out onto that trade, unfortunately. Urgot taking it all in, forcing the flash out from Trump from both top laners. So Jamar is aggressively taking the fight. Looking like he's confident on that matchup. Looking like he actually does come out on the upper hand in the end.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Urgot has TP. Urgot's back in now, so he could just TP back in lane, and then Jamar's would be back on the defensive.
Definitely. Olaf coming in for a quick gank, but Despierogi will be just fine, not having to use flash at all. Actually delaying it a little bit. CS-wise, Jace is a little bit ahead, but actually I don't think he's ahead. The wave is pushing. I think they're actually even. My fault. Pirate Window's getting another Braum Q tag, but yeah, the wave kind of being eternally in this position of just a little bit ahead is definitely a prime spot for a gank. However, Kane now going for his clear into the top side might have him available for a gank. Rift Scuttle's going to already be taken by Olaf on the top side, so not much to commentate there. However, might be seeing a gank here coming in from the Kane.
Bot lane is being surprisingly aggressive, but then forcing to back out. Pirate Windows losing in that trade.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like he... At least he did not get the Braum tag, so that's something to be thankful for. Otherwise, they might have been able to pop a Summoners. So...
Kane is not going to be able to do much in these lanes, other than maybe top lane and mid lane. I think bot lane's got a really good grasp on where Kane's situation is. So
yeah, they're keeping that Tribush warded for sure in terms of just making sure that they're monitoring any gank potential. You know, Kane's best chance would be having to walk right on lane in order to get that done, but
we do see Olaf's clear speed is a little bit faster than Kane's. It would be interesting to see how Olaf is going to play his lead.
Definitely, yeah. Olaf about to just hitting level 5 now. Kane about a half level behind. It's not gonna have them be in any advantages. I'm definitely gonna be looking for maybe a first blood in the top lane. Looks like J-Mars is definitely confident in his 1v1 matchup. He's actually gonna look like he's moving himself up right there. The pull not gonna go through.
It's fine. I like how he's trying to freeze, but this is gonna end up pushing back to Olaf. I mean, to Urgot soon. I'm pretty sure. No, never mind. Urgot's a fucking idiot. Oops. I don't think I can say that.
It's fine. It's fine, but yeah, it's a family-friendly stream. Actually, though, Olaf, we're going to be seeing going for a invade right now, going for Cheese and Eggs. This Wolves, but in this 1v1, the Ignite coming through Despiergo, Jace landing the first blood, Kane here to follow up, but I don't think he's going to be able to get anything more, not going to follow through with that.
It's nice to know that they have a really deep pink ward in the blue side jungle.
Cheese and Eggs, though, in another tight spot, he's going to be caught by forcing the flash early. He should be just okay, though. So good reactions there from Cheese and Eggs, but unfortunately, yeah.
I don't know what J-Mars is doing, pushing up so far, even after seeing the whole...
J-Mars looks like he's confident in this matchup because Trump is super low, no mana available. The TP coming in from Rez is going to help out for the 2v2. Gonna let J-Mars look for the solo kill. Don't KS it. It's Spirit. There you go. Forcing the flash from Olaf, not a bad terms of trade. He would have used TP anyway, likely, to get back into lane. So... not too bad in terms of...
return to lane a little faster than Jace. We'll push up. Jace would... Actually, I think the best course would be for Ryzen Freeze.
Sorry, we're going to actually be seeing the Kane go for another 1v1, but the damage clear from Olaf is way too much for Kane to be able to take on. And not to mention, I don't believe Kane was level 6, and Olaf was, so that health buff is going to be held as well as not going to be in IIT's favor as well, and so Kane now going to be extremely behind as Olaf is about halfway there to level 7 now.
The good thing is, J-Mars, if you look at CS, is 30 CS above Urgot.
Yeah, he's definitely...
Huge lead.
We've seen it before where J-Mars is definitely confident in his own 1v1 lane. If it's really just about if they are able to play around, because likely the Olaf will probably be looking for a lot of aggressive ganks now onto J-Mars, now that he knows that he's going to look for that 1v1 potential, but we'll have to see. IIT's going to definitely have to make a decision in terms of how they want the Kane to be utilized, because looking for these ganks when he's still not level 6 is just, I think, a little bit selfish, but the W is going to be coming in. Level 6, not available for Leona for a stun, but it's going to have to double knock up. Taken dangerously low. The Ignite going to follow through. This should be another kill here for the Braum. He does have his flash available. Might wait for a last second. The stun going to land. Nice Q there from Ezreal to finish it off. 2 kills there for IIT to get themselves back onto the board. 1k gold lead at the 850 mark. Hawks looking like they bot lane ready to turn back on after getting that abuse in the bot lane for a while. And that's going to be a pretty large wave pushing into the tier 1. Might be looking at a first plate here for them.
How do I see gold?
You press X, so you press O to bring up like all of the champions, and then you press X and you can see there.
Is going to be 500 gold above Jinx, which is going to be huge since Jinx had a predominantly big gold lead ahead of.
Yep.
Pirate Windows.
They're going to spot the Olaf here in the bot lane. Pirate Windows should be okay. I can't imagine. No, Olaf looking like he wants to go for... Oh, nope. Just busts open his... That's 4 bot actually, is you're probably going to be looking for a dragon here, a Cloud Drake first. Olaf, though, preemptively using the ult so fast. I'm not sure what the inspiration behind that was, but I don't know if IIT's going to be able to capitalize that at all. Maybe J-Mars if he is looking at a 1v1 potential and the Olaf comes up, but hold on, J-Mars looking for a couple more trading. Actually forcing the flash out of Trump. That's going to be a crucial summoner that IIT takes out.
I guess misplay on Trump.
I think low mana, not having any tools available besides just like his autos, and I don't think they were empowered either way. It might be, but
true. I think Trump would have been able to walk out and just back, but to each his own. Bot lane still hasn't spotted that pink ward in the front bush.
That's true, but
there for so long.
Another 1v1 here in the mid lane. Despiergo getting ignited. He's going to be taken dangerously low to about just under 100 HP, but J-Mars looking like he wants to go for a 1v1. Jace with his flash available. Not sure if he's going to use the full ult. The Olaf is going to be able to get the clear look at that damage from J-Mars, though. The rocket from Jinx not going to be able to finish it off, and IIT ends up on top of that trade, only Despirogi falling down. Scotty going to be starting off his engage, but I don't think IIT's members can maybe look for a follow-up. Leona with her ult, she still wants Despirogi to follow up. He has the blue buff, another stun. Jinx finally coming in here, but it's going to be looking like the Braum might be going for the death, forcing his ult here. That's going to be all we're going to see. Yep. Yeah, I think if IIT coordinated it maybe earlier, that they might have had a chance, but I don't think. I think Darius and Darius looked like they were done fighting anymore.
Yeah, and I don't know if you mentioned this earlier, but player-wise, even though some of them are veteran members, it's still a very young team. A lot of new blood in this team, so communication is going to be tough.
Well, we've seen Wicked Scotty has played in the team before in the Division 2. Pirate has been in Division 3 last year. This J Mars was in the team last year. Despirogi, I think, was in the team last year too, right? It's only Cheese and Eggs that's new this year?
No, Cheese and Eggs is actually... He changes his name a lot. He was Past the Lamppost, and then earlier he was something about Fiddlesticks.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, if he's got the BE for it, I have to trade summer days all the time. You can't fault him.
Yeah, right.
Jace looking for a slight roam of his own, though. He's actually going to be walking right in front of a member here, but Ryze is there to respond. Jace, with his flash available, not going to even be able to use it as IIT makes quick work of him. These invades, though, looking like Braum's caught out again. He's going to be in the middle of a rock in a hard place. Actually has a W to leap onto the Olaf, but Kane here to follow up. Not sure if he's going to have the damage. That's a lot of damage coming in through. He's going to get the stun. Nice ult there to keep it away. He's actually going to force the Olaf to flash in under the tower. I think he might have been able to get out without, but looking like the...
I don't think he had E.
Oh, that's true. I think he used the dive in earlier. Yeah. Good call. Meanwhile, though, the entire time leaving Braum isolated.
Maybe a dive. We need Pyro Windows.
I doubt it. Leona's 0 mana. She has nothing to be able to help out here with it. They are sitting on top of a ward too.
Yeah, they do see Cheese and Eggs. I think they just take turret plating and just be happy with it.
Yep, first turret plate is still up here. And actually, I think the only turret plate that we've seen fall has... Actually, there have been no turret plates that have fallen. So 1 minute left, just a couple of minutes, but Pirate Windows is going to be able to dodge the axe. A couple nice autos. The Kane's going to force the focus there onto the Kane, but if he gets tagged by the Braum, that's going to be dangerous. No. Ezreal ult there, not going to be here. He's going to flash right into it. Going to be able to finish off the Olaf. Jace here, finally there to respond. I think that's going to be it, though. The TP coming from Urgot? Not sure about that call. Yeah, IIT's not going to look for anything more. Correct. I'm with you there. It's not sure about that.
Might have seen it. That's why they disengaged.
Turret plating's finally going to come in, going to fall off now, but that's going to just leave enough time for Darius just to chunk away at that tower. He's going to be a beast, looking at 50 CS of a lead here. Walking up right here into Urgot, but getting the knock up. Not sure if IIT's there to respond anymore. The control ward holding them back. Wicked Sky, I think, just wants to be able to take the damage through. The ult going to be used. A nice ignite there. And IIT quick to converge on that with taking the fight confidently, knowing that Olaf and Jinx are all the way back from base. So the Go ahead, yeah.
It's also nice to note that Ryze is 4-2 and 3. He's finished Saracen. He's finished Archangel, so he's going to be really big.
He's going to be able to sustain it in lane, that's for sure, right? It's the mana that helps out there.
And then he's going to be looking for one more item. I'm not too sure what it's going to be. I hope it's going to be something like Rylai, something to give him a little bit more tankiness. Maybe it's going to be Abyssal Mask.
Doesn't Rylai just give like...
Maybe not.
Where does the tank come from?
Gives him health.
Okay.
And it also helps him slip away, as Ryze is not the fastest character.
That's true.
Especially when...
So the first tower is actually going to be taken down from J-Mars during that entire time that the Urgot was in bot lane. So he's going to be a very big boy, finishing off that Triforce. Probably looking at a Black Cleaver maybe for the next item. Plus with that Ninja Tabbies and the entire team for Bradley being AD, that's a Darius wet dream right there, for sure.
The Rift Herald is up, so we're going to see if both teams want to make a play for that.
That's right. About 5 minutes left on that Rift Herald before Shelly despawns, so we'll see. Blue side completely open here for Kane to be able to make some choices here if he wants to go for a back first. Looking like he might be wanting to go for the clear, but with the Rift Herald available and Darius not having much to do now besides push, there might be a call for it. Wicked Scotty finally equipped with her support item, a Moby Boots. Wait, the Jinx taking a ton of damage for free? No, actually, because I think he was distracted watching the top lane fight. Against the forcing the flash from Leona, though, is going to make that Jinx pay for it, and that's going to cause her to be further behind. So finally, Ezreal getting a break here in terms of the.
I want to note that E3 finally has a nice comp.
What do you mean?
Previous comps have been like, we're missing an engage, there's no tank, but like now they've coordinated really well.
Okay. 1v1 here coming again here between the Jace and Rise. Jace is going to miss that empowered Q. Going to pull out just a little bit there ahead. And yeah, even Pirate Windows commenting a little bit. Did you lag a bit? No flame because you stopped moving. Yeah. I was wondering it too, but it's actually going to cause the Jinx to back all the way. Olaf is there, but Leona without her ult might be dangerous there. She's going to actually walk up. I don't think IIT comes out with this trade, taking a lot of hits there from the Leona. She's going to be caught into the trap. She's going to be finished off. And that's going to be a empowered Jinx. She's going to be mad. Another quick tag, though, is going to be able to pull off the kill on the Braum. Yeah. J-Mar still looking like they want to capitalize on this. Wait, we've seen these tier 1 tower dives before. Nope, it's gonna be able to complete it this time around.
Trade with the mid first tower falling.
Yep. So Bradley finally taking down their first tower here in the bot lane. Their bot respectively still pretty healthy. So maybe we'll see a lane rotation. J-Mar's going for the bot lane instead. Not sure if the call is there though from the Hawks here.
They seem to all converge down bot lane, so I think they're looking for Dragon. I'm not too sure when that next Dragon is spawning.
The next one will be a Cloud Drake, but yeah, I didn't have the timer on that unfortunately, so I won't know either. It's gonna be a couple hits there. They are tanking a tower randomly. I'm not sure what's okay. Taking a couple free turret shots there, but that's not really gonna be a good position. J-Mars is gonna be isolated. Gonna.
Not sure what he's trying to do. He gets caught out bigly on all stunning.
It's gonna be a lot of damage coming through, but the IIT members are slow here in terms of wanting to play together. Like they're not synergizing at all. That's gonna be a huge Jinx if she's gonna be able to get big, but she is gonna be barely finished. What the fuck is happening?
How is this? What?
Holy crap! So in a 4v4 fight, Ezreal is able to be the only last member standing. However, during that entire time, Olaf hacking away at the Rift Herald. What a fight! I'm not. That's very poor decision making, I think, from the Hawks. Only just because they were able to capitalize on a couple of gold leads and item leads, were they able to like actually have the damage to pull through. But good lord.
Yeah, Bradley actually pulling, converging on their gold lead. They managed to get from 4K down to 3K.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm getting a little bit of chatter that your voice is coming in a little bit low, so I've made you a little bit louder onto the volume mixer. Viewers, if you were there, let us know if Caretaker's coming in alright, but it's going to be...
I think Darius wants to find something. Kane does too.
Kane is actually going to be finally ahead. We saw a little bit in the early game. We saw Olaf got that level 6 earlier, but the Cloud Drake now available. Wicked Scotty going to be looking for a fight of his own. The stun not going to be landing anything, but Leona going to be taken pretty low. Rise is looking for the TP. Just going to need one. Wait, Olaf flashing over the blue buff. They're going to be able to dive successfully here onto it. And there's so much going on here. No members falling down yet. It's going to be the Olaf falling down. It's going to be the Leona barely following through. The ult from Ezreal not going to be able to follow through. IIT able to pull off with 3 kills. No deaths. It's going to be looking like they're going to be aiming for this tier 2. Take the dragon and pull out with this fight into advantage.
Tier 2 and trade trade top lane.
Yeah.
Top lane tier 1.
Olaf trying to be too much of the hero, blowing a flash to get over to the blue buff is going to be putting them at risk. They're going to be actually opting to go for a inhib turret as well. That's actually not. That's a good call there.
I don't.
The
I don't think they should stay for inhib.
two members still alive. Two.
Just whipped her ult, so
Yeah.
Jinx just whipped her ult, so that's good. Jace is gonna knock away at the tier 2 top tower.
Wait. TP's gonna get instantly stopped. This Pierogi, I don't think that was a selfish, desperate. How do I say it?
Desperate play.
Desperate pierogi. They're gonna be looking for another engage, but the Rise. Look at that damage coming through from him. Fucking Faker Lord. Still no kills.
They should probably. Oh, they're looking to end the game, maybe.
Yep, J-Mars, all he needs to do is just stop that Jace from backing. He's gonna have that Ghost to keep him in check. And Eon's probably just going to have to run all the way back into that lane. The Cloud Drake versus Cloud Drake movement speed helping out a little bit. But IIT is not going to give Bradley any breathing room here, as only the closest member is going to be 5 seconds for the Jinx to respawn. Looking like they might be going to focus here for the end. Everyone's going to have to commit for the Nexus. Don't hit anything else. Halfway there taken. Going to need some CC there to help out for the Jinx so she doesn't turn on. They're looking to go for one more engage, but as they go for the fight, it's going to be IIT able to finish it off. Well played there from the Hawks in that last push. Bradley making some poor decisions there in their blue jungle. And with the re-engage to give the Hawks the first win there on the map early. Well played.
Yeah, that was well played.
Good coordination. We saw finally IIT definitely able to come together after the... some of that scrappy bot lane playing in the tier 1 bot lane. But it's able to come through in the end. Let me get a re-invite from Pirate. Re-invite. And so, are you going to be looking at playing in one of these games today?
I might be playing in game 2, but we'll see. Up to Juan.
Gotcha.
So what do you think? IIT did well, and what do you think they could improve on?
Good questions. Yeah, I think being able to let J-Mars do his own thing, I think we saw that he's going to be definitely a problem for Bradley. They went for, what's the other top lane that he plays really well?
Pantheon.
Pantheon. So Pantheon, more Darius. You know, I unless Bradley's going to be focusing like 2 or 3 bans on him, he's going to have enough of a versatile champ pool in order to pull out the 1v1s that he's confident in. Bot lane, we saw them have to take kind of a backseat moment in the early game, kind of pretty much letting Jinx and Brum push the lane for free past that halfway point. But they, CS wise, Ezreal, I think only the worst we saw was maybe at most 15 CS deficit. So he...
yeah, I would agree. I think I saw 20 at one point, but then the Jinx back, so I was able to be recovered.
Yeah, definitely the level 6 turn point for bot lane was definitely crucial, because IIT, that was when the Kayn came in for the ganks, but Leona was not level 5 until after the first death. So, you know, if Bradley maybe maneuvered themselves a little bit better to focus themselves before the gank, they might have been able to pull out with a kill to have the level advantage without the ultimates, but from IIT, but whatever it was, they were able to, pretty much after the level 6, I think, IIT had a pretty strong control in the mid game where they were confident in taking fights. A little bit, timing wise in those mid game fights, I was a little bit concerned with if, you know, against maybe a higher level team, higher SR team, they might have been able to pay for those mistakes.
SR, what is this? Overwatch?
MMR, or thank you.
Oh,
Yeah. Whatever their rankings were. If you know,
fight at the bot tribush, like right next to the tier 1 enemy tower, was kind of sketchy.
Yeah, I definitely think in the one that was really up in the air was the one where it was a 4v4 fight and only Ezreal was able to live. So Olaf not being in that fight was definitely crucial, because Olaf provides so much damage onto like a one champ. We saw him kill the Kayn in a 1v1 as even with Kayn being ahead in terms of health, but just Olaf hits that level 6 and all of that DPS damage just coming through like constantly.
It's also nice to note that there is no, that Herald was not used in that last fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they took it for free.
Right. Even after,
Yeah.
right after he got the Shelly buff, that was just when IIT was just going for fights upon fights, and like Olaf couldn't do anything. He either has to help his team or just neglect them. But it looks like the call was for Bradley to fight together as five, and yeah, we saw like just to the point of being as five, like Olaf would just try this crazy stuff like flashing over a blue buff. Like I'm a fan of hero plays, but doing that kind of stuff when Bradley wasn't even positioned to take fights, definitely needs some more coordination from them if they're going to be looking to maybe pull back this series into a 1-1.
Yeah, and it looks like I am gonna leave you here because I am going to be joining in this game.
All right, so yeah, appreciate you being able to stop by, give some
Yeah, no
game
worries.
one access, but we'll see you
Hopefully,
later.
if people like it, I'll come guest cast.
Yeah, I'm totally down for future
Somewhat.
guest casts.
Yeah, let me know when.
All right,
Just ping me.
I'll see you later.
All right, see you later.
All right, with that, let me actually take his name off this casting on-air talent, if that's the case. So it's just Lonely Me this time. Still quiet. Okay. Well, now that he's not there, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Lol. We'll take a quick break, I guess, until we wait for both sides to get situated, and then we'll likely be seeing the browser pro draft come back again. But when we come back, game 2, Illinois Tech here on the map early, 1-0. All right, everyone, welcome back. Thanks for your patience as we get ourselves into Game 2 of Bradley University MTM versus Illinois Tech's Division 3. Actually, I should change that to Division C. I'm trying to go for alphabetical characters this year instead of all numerics. Small things. Looking like both teams are going to be using Pro Draft again. Hopefully the picks will end up going through correctly. Send that energy through chat for good picks. Getting ourselves onto a full screen here, and we'll have to see what comes across. So draft will start shortly. It's going to be Bradley, looking like they're going to be picking first. I'm not sure if that's actually what you're supposed to do because IIT looks like they're actually going to be opting for red side again by mistake. So it's going to be Bradley taking away that Darius right off the bat. They don't want to see J Mars be smashing Bradley's top laner against that. Seems like that was a real problem for them in that Darius Urgot matchup. In terms of specific champs that we saw that IIT struggle with, I think maybe just I don't think Olaf was necessarily a problem. They just severely underestimated Olaf as a champion in general, like just in terms of how much damage he's able to pull through. However, looking like we're still having some problems coming through. It's going to be the non-selection ban coming in through for IIT again. Was that a ban? We missed it. See these kids. Holy crap. I'm so tilted. Okay. It's going to be the Thresh ban that comes through for IIT, so they're still looking like they want to get rid of those hook champions. Maybe we saw the Nautilus being taken away from game 1. But it's going to be Fizz now removed. It's going to be Morgana removed here for Bradley. Interesting. We haven't seen the Fizz before, but I think there is a roster switch this time around. We're actually going to be seeing Bobby. I think that's Caretaker, who you saw earlier in the casting desk, with me in terms of giving some feedback and some commentary. But he's going to be playing into this game 2. Pirate going for a quick roster switch, and so looking like Bradley has adjusted that with this Fizz ban. The Sivir ADC looking like they want to be preventing that wave clear available. And as the first picks come across, it's going to be the Mordekaiser here for Bradley. So really, the only option we've seen that J Mars has played Darius, he has played Mordekaiser. Is it going to be a Pantheon pick within this first rotation? Because if not, Bradley might be looking for that for a second round of bans coming through. It's going to be Kane Jungle though picked again here for Illinois Tech, and we saw him have a couple of we saw that invade not work out successfully when they went all the way into Olaf's blue. Olaf was able to spot them before they all got situated into the bush. Kane having to go Raptors red and then Krugs, putting him a little bit behind in terms of Olaf's pacing. So not sure if the first, looking like though Bradley is going to be trying something new instead of that Bruiser Juggernaut that is the Olaf. They're going to be going in for a little bit more mage style here with the Elise. It's going to be rounded out by Braum, leaving the mid lane and bottom for Bradley left to pick. Final pick here coming in for IIT though. Looking like that Tomcat is going to be likely in the support lineup, and so his thick skin gonna be really helpful in terms of taking in engages, especially early from Braum if they look for like those all-ins. It's gonna be the Veigar pick secured there for the mid lane for Bobby. So it's going to be the top lane and bottom left for IIT, and so second round of bans as we get ourselves going into that. It's going to be the Jinx removed here for Illinois Tech first off. Bradley going to finish it off with their next 2 bans. And yeah, just the still having bottom and top available. Looking like maybe Bradley might want to be focusing towards top lane champions to get off of to the game. But it's going to be the Ezreal, so Going to have Pirate have to be on a new champ this time around, and then the last ban here for IIT will be the Jace. So Jace mid removed is going to be hopefully giving Bobby maybe a nice friendlier time than we saw with the Rise Jace matchup for Disparogi. It's going to be the final bans here. Going to be, yep, as I thought, going to be the Pantheon. So really focusing down here on J Mars. But IIT is going to be responding with a safe marksman here with the Caitlyn. Caitlyn Tom Kench is deadly. If Tom gets the stun off with his Q after the 3-stack and Kate puts a trap right under, yeah, that's going to be a instant headshot right there, and should hopefully be able to like get them super low. Like you headshot, you trap, headshot, Tom Kench swallows, does like another crap ton of damage, and yeah, you're done so. But I digress. So looking like IIT is going to be saving their top lane pick last, looking like they're going to be trying to have J-Mars make the last call in terms of how he wants to be playing the game. It's going to be the Zyado and the Chiana finished up here for Bradley, and both of them very meta picks that we've been seeing as of late right now with the League of Legends Worlds taking place right now in Europe. Just such a Zaya with the availability to engage and disengage fights off with her ultimate. Um, you know, Caitlyn will be superior in range, but in terms of late game, unless Caitlyn's going to be having enough resources to shred through those tank lineups of Mordekaiser and Braum, she's going to have a hard time. And we saw, last week's game against DePaul, that Mordekaiser looming right on top of Pirate is not going to be a friendly day for her. So it's going to be Denardo as the final pick for IIT. So J-Mars in that little bit of a flex role in terms of he's got the range, but if he's able to coordinate with his team, if he gets that rage meter building into Meganar for some spicy 5-man wall ults, I'm down for it. The Chiana pick, though, from Bradley is going to be definitely something to be watching out for in terms of maybe fights that were happening in the jungle. We saw a lot of scrappy bot lane fighting in Bradley's blue. Was it Bradley or was it IIT's? Excuse me. I'm trying to remember. Actually, I think IIT was blue side. I think I changed my panels incorrectly. Now that I think about it, my mistake. But anyway, I digress. Let's get ourselves into the games. And here we go. So, going to now that we've got our bans and picks and bans figured out, let's kind of figure out how those matchups are going to be. Mordekaiser versus Gnar. I just haven't seen a lot of Gnar in pro play, so I'm not really sure how adept J Mars is to that hero. I do enjoy playing Gnar in ARAM every now and then in terms of just being able to whack away with it. But one thing I'll be trying to definitely keep an eye out for, is if he's going to be going for the max Q versus max E. From what I understand in terms of Gnar players, is that you go for the W max when you're against like those huge bruiser types. But if you're looking for just like to be able to lane safely, you're never going to be able to touch the Mordekaiser, or you're never going to even able to get close to your minions. Max and Q might be more beneficial. Bot lane Xayah Braum, it's potent, but it really is reliant on Braum being able to land that Q confidently, Xayah being able to be positioned correctly behind Braum's shield. In terms of the Tom Kench Caitlyn combo, Tom Kench will be there to instantly swallow up to Caitlyn if she gets that 4-stack from Braum passive onto her, but that will be severely impacting Tom Kench's movement speed if he goes for the swallow. So for somebody like Elise, that might just be too much DPS for the Tom Kench to handle in the early game. For sure. So maybe that's going to be the winning condition that will be getting Bradley onto the map if they're able to coordinate the ganks and the cooldowns there for the Hawks. In terms of mid lane matchup, we're gonna have to. I'm not gonna have too much commentary on that, seeing how we're gonna have a new IIT player here with Bobby on that Vagar. In terms of Vagar versus Chiana, I think it's just all about the Chiana having the potential to just eat herself right in front of Vagar, and if Vagar doesn't have his cage up, he might be in a precarious position. And it actually looks like the pick is not going to be Vagar. So why didn't chat tell me that? So, chat or audience, looks like we are going to have a little bit of a switch up here. It's actually not going to be a Vagar mid lane. It's going to be a Galio mid lane with Bobby on that. And yeah, I was going to say, because I think I've seen Bobby on Galios before. I don't think I've seen him on Vagar. So that's good, though. In terms of a Chiana Galio matchup, though, if we want to talk about that, the W is there for Galio to instantly lock up the Chiana, and with a decent ult to get him all across the map would be really good for those team fights. So looking like IIT's 5-man comp is definitely going to be stronger than Bradley's, likely in kind of that early mid game if you're going for that focus. However, in the early game, Elise might have that domination in terms of just all of the DP damage she's going to be able to land through. And I'm seeing even more changes now. I'm so confused. Hold on a second. Is anyone commenting on this right now? So it's not going to be the Gnar coming through. It was actually supposed to be Galio, but we do still see the Vagar, but it looks like it's going to be Vagar's support. And I'm not seeing any rotations either, so it's not actually going to be Tahm Kench support either. This is going to be a Tahm Kench top lane Frog coming in through. Let's hope that's actually... Yeah, so getting a message there from Pirate. It is going to be a Galio, and we're going to actually be seeing him in the mid lane. We're going to be seeing the top Kench Tom. So that makes things even more interesting, because in terms of a bot lane matchup, and I normally go into break here, but I actually want to talk about this because this changes the game a lot in terms of just the spectate. So you guys just don't have to just keep watching the break screen, and give me your thoughts here as I talk about it too. You know, I'm not, I am a heavy, I despise heavily the mage bot lane right now meta, where you're seeing like just the dumbest crap pulled off. Excuse my language. Of like Leona, Syndra, Morgana, Syndra, Swain, something like it's just so annoying for a traditional support to be able to like adapt to that playstyle, because you're not looking for trades. You're like instantly looking for kills the second you have that, just because they have that all in potential. It's like playing against like 5 Leonas at the same time. It's what it feels like. Yeah, you just can't afford to land anything, to miss anything. But Vagar, Caitlyn, the Zaya, I think when she ults, if she was inside of Vagar case, she's actually not able to get out of that. So she'll get the stun, but I mean the damage just won't go through until she comes back down. Uh, However, that's a very squishy bot lane, which, like I said earlier, the early game Elise will be lethal if she goes for a hard camp and Kane is not there to support. We're gonna see IIT here being playing on the red side for this game. So IIT was on blue last time. Now Bradley will be taking the blue. We saw the first dragon being falling. First drag going to Bradley. 2 clouds this time, so hopefully we have some new dragon diversity, some oceans, some infernals, maybe a Baron play soon. So no Baron fights that we saw in this game, but the Rift Herald being the only one to fall down. Django asked mid lane sub, and yes, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a sub. Almost all of our teams at IIT employ a rotating roster, just because of one of the lessons that we learned pretty quickly on was just like how tough it actually is to commit like 5 college students to always show up at the same time. I mean, you go to class. You tell me how many times you're able to go to class like consistently all the time. Like in college, just like everyone skips like one class every now and then. So the same here in college. We just make sure that we have enough subs to subs or active roster members more than 5 to be able to play out the game. So I think that's really good. It allows the teams to build out just to build a bigger community, but also to play and specialize on different comps where you have certain players that are proficient on certain champs to be able to come out and use those champs. So we saw Disperogi on the rise, going in for that mage, that steady mage style fighting, and Galio here as the tank gonna have a strong W engage in order to be able to get himself that protection that they will need for those fights. So Dorjango, good question. I apologize though again. If the chat versus streamer interaction is slow, it is due to the 3-minute delay that I have to put the stream on for due to the CSL rules. So we've got that unfortunately. Let's see, we'll get ourselves into the game now. So it's going to be IIT here on the red side, Bradley on the blue. Getting a quick switch right over here. And yeah, IIT getting themselves onto the map early here with this 1-0. Bradley with their backs to the wall now. Gonna have to pull out the win here if they want to continue this series. Pings coming out from IIT looking like they want to be going for an invade here early. And so for the viewers commenting earlier, I will be casting this game solo. So Caretaker will not be with me for this game. So hopefully the volume is still okay with just my voice. I will definitely look into future streams to be able to fix that up in terms of having a better interaction. However, hold on here. IIT confident with this invade. They're not going to actually see Desire come in yet. And it's actually going to be Elise only here in the bottom brush. And it's going to be Zaya falling in all the way. She's going to finally see the members maybe coming through here. I'm not sure if the pings were coming through that they saw coming up. Brom's going to be coming in all the way here. He's going to be caught in a tight spot. He's going to have to force the flash out likely. He's going to be taken dangerously low. Going to have to force his flash out earlier. Good invade. Looking like IIT just barely on the field of vision here between Zaya being able to spot them out. So IIT taking quick control here of their red buff. J Mars though going to be walking up to lane, and he might be in a sticky 1v2. He is going to be spotted by both the Elise and the Mordekaiser, but that's going to delay things. J Mars will be able to walk out to the lane through just fine, and he might actually be causing even a bigger delay for the Elise to be able to confidently take that red buff. They don't look like they want to be staying anymore for it. Kane's going to be able to net that red buff for himself, get back to lane just fine. Brom having to use the flash, having to back out all the way, to slowly lumber his way back. So Kane going for the clear already, going to be able to get himself the red and the Raptors away from Bradley, and that's going to have Bradley, the poor Elise, start the blue buff on her lonesome there without the Mordekaiser there. Little bit of skirmish already happening here early before just even one CS has been netted though. J Mars on to Tom Kench. Gonna see where that comes, how that's gonna affect the game for sure. Bobby finally clearing the game out onto his own. However, level 2 Pinhead, Pinhead taking a lot of damage there. And no summoners, no flash available with IIT being aware of that. However, J Mars with the 1v1, forcing the flash out. Take a quick replay of that, actually. Looking like the level 2 just coming through. And, Mordekaiser missing a bunch of crucial abilities there. It's going to have him have to take so much damage. Nice swallow there for the additional damage. One more auto will do it. I don't know why he would... I guess... Yeah, the flash preemptively is going to be a big summoner's blow there, unfortunately, for him. Regrettable. But Zaya going to be caught in the cage. Not going to have anything to follow up with that, unfortunately. A couple more skirmishes coming through. The E not following through. Good lord. Okay. Yeah, Chiana ending up on the losing side of that trade. The minion dematerializer is actually equipped here for the Galio to be able to make quick work with those cannons. Definitely helps things out. Galio having a notoriously poor lane clear phasing, but he's going to be able to walk right out of this. And yeah, Elise, level 2, no cocoon. Remember, we saw her being super low in terms of level because she had to do the buffs all by herself. Meanwhile, Kane having a little bit there of help, and we might be seeing another skirmish to Kane actually going to be coming through here for his Elise. He's going to see it right here. Flash is going to be available. Elise might be looking for it. Red buff Kayn is deadly. Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any more follow-up. Chiana going to be taken all the way around here. Not sure if we're going to see any more follow-up. Mordekaiser also looking around. Tom Kench not available anymore. IIT having a much more successful early game than we saw from game 1 against Bradley. So looking like their bot lanes, this mage setup, looking like they're much more confident in it. Taking both Bradley's bot lane members having to use all of their pots. And they actually have to summoner for the biscuits. However, Kayn going to be caught here with the cocoon. He's going to have to swallow available. Might have to use it. Going to have to swallow. Going to repel the Elise out. But Tom Kench is pretty strong with that Cinder. One more auto should do it. No flash also that we saw for the Elise. And that might be a 2 kills coming in through here. One more auto will do it. It's going to come through. Might not even need the ability up. The Q is going to be coming out. Kayn going to have to go for the flash just to secure it. But this is IIT taking control here for the top side. And Mordekaiser going to be in a tough spot. The trap coming in through. A lot of damage coming through. Thankfully, the Braum shield just there. Nice flash ignite. It's going to be taking the Braum. One more flat auto will do it. IIT looking clean in the bot lane. Let's take a replay of that. So much to going on here. Nice stun here. Getting the trap through. The Q doesn't go through. But look at this. Flash. Just the flash. He didn't even bother going for the auto. All of that damage going through. One summoner is being used here for the Caitlyn. A nice heal just to help things out here. But I don't think Pirate holding on to that would have been okay. And yeah, IIT is looking strong here. 5 minutes with a 3k gold lead. Have them dominating this game too here. Going for a little bit quick of a fast forward in our timer here. Just to be on the safe side. IIT already going to be getting themselves 2 turret plates here to get themselves on. A little bit of delayed back, but that's going to have a Caitlyn coming back with a BF and a dagger. Another 1v1 though here. Oh, one more auto will do it. Oh, let's get a quick replay of that. Sorry, was too focused in the bot lane. It's going to be seeing them walk right up. Elise is going to get the cocoon. And just, yeah, she's just so weak. Kayn having a longsword and a boots is just going to have her instantly shoot her down. Also with the Kayn turning level 5, that's going to be a very strong Kayn, going to be able to get to level 6 first for sure. Tom Kench, 17 CS ahead with a bit of a bounty on his head. It's going to actually have him double the gold of the Mordekaiser. So Trump is having a very tough time here in this top lane matchup. Going to just let the Tom not even have to worry about taking all of this minion damage. The Cinder going to help him just fine. So all of IIT's lanes ahead, looking like they're going to be having not too bad of a time here. Bobby going for another engage of his own is going to be helping things out a bit. Hextech Revolver doing work. Now the wave slowly pushing out for Bradley here in the top lane. Kayn looking like he wants to go for another invade. We've got another 1v1 coming up here though. Jmar's looking like he might commit for it. One more auto should do it. It's going to come through to Cocoon. Not even there. Kayn looking like he might go for a dive. Takes a turret shot. Nothing more here to see. No wards there for the Elise means that she's going to be very scared. Couple of roots coming in. Hold on. Don't back out from that. Another root there for the Braum is going to be taking him super low. That damage coming through. We'll go back to that Kayn. One more Q. Looks like they'll be able to be just fine. However, Elise struggling here. Looking like Kayn just staying inside the bush the entire time. Looking like Elise is just wanting to face check it. One more auto will do it. Look at that play. A 1 auto difference is what's going to be able to get the win there for the Kayn. And that's going to put the Elise even more behind. With this Krugs, he's going to be level 6. This Elise, just under a quarter here in level 4, is just going to have her almost 2 levels behind. Not going to go for the Krugs yet. It's going to go for a back, get some weapons. Looking at the huge gold differential right now, Bradley has got to be thinking, what can they do to salvage this game at this point? Mordekaiser also 2 levels behind. Pirate Window's getting a kill of his own. Hold on, we're seeing a 1v1 matchup coming through. Jmars looks like he wants to be taking the fight against him, but does he have the damage to go through? It is going to have the damage go through. So Jmars is going to have to need to back out real quick. But Taking ourselves back here to the bot lane. Sorry about this. Oh yeah, I forgot that every time I look at Mordekaiser, it messes up my timer. Crap. I'll fix that in a bit. Okay, she gets the stun. Nice trap, nice root. Just instantly taken out of the game. Okay. Seeing a couple of clears here. Kayn going for another fight here, forcing the Elise to flash out, actually. IIT not to follow up, but this Kayn's in a tight spot. He's going to be able to get out just fine, though. I'll have to fix this up. Every time I have a Mordekaiser game, it bugs my game out like this, and I don't know why, so I will fix it momentarily. Alright, there we go. Map back to normal. Thank you for everyone's patience. And yeah, that's going to be another Summoner's Dare, gone for at least level 6 Kayn, able to go all in there. Wards are coming out. They know that IIT is starting this red buff, but who is there to help? Veigar is just walking back to the lane. Pirate Windows moving up now as the Caitlyn is going to be able to help this dragon take it out with half of his health remaining. Elise not even looking to contest it. She has to go for a blue buff clear. So that's going to be oh my good lord. Dragon gonna get a little bit of health back. Smite actually not coming through, but it's all good. IIT looking like they're just coming back into the game. Wicked Scotty though, looking like he might want to be going for an Eon Stone as he trots along. The stun gonna come through. Look at that damage coming through, forcing the ult. Caitlyn is gonna be taken super low, and no, the damage is gonna actually have too many tower shots. It's gonna have Wicked Scotty fall, unfortunately. If Caitlyn channeled to auto her ult instantly, maybe she'd be able to get it before and just like force the Braum to like do something stupid. But yeah, big misplay there, unfortunately, for the Hawks. That'll get Bradley's onto the board though. Finally, with however 1-9, not looking. It's a start. No shutdown gold available, unfortunately, for them. The ult being used there for the Mordekaiser and Tom Cash. I'm never going to look at top lane again now because the Mordekaiser is just so annoying when his view screws up my camera like that. And yeah, Tom Kench almost doubled the CS here for Mordekaiser. It's going to have him super ahead. Let's say, was it double the gold last time? It's still double the gold this time. Good lord. And 1.2 there for the Kayn Elise. About even there for mid lane. We haven't seen too much skirmishing going on, so Chiana really just the last beacon there for them. Caitlyn also about 2k gold. She's going to have the item. Xayah hasn't even completed her first one for the Essence Reaver. Yeah. Kayn trying to push his advantage as early as possible. He's going to be caught out by that control ward. Or he's not even going to go for it. Elise though here in the bot side as they slowly push good lord. That damage. Let's take a quick rewind how that happened. Yeah, we just see that damage coming in through. Look at this go through. One clear. And just the ult finishes it out cleanly. Turret doesn't even bother looking at any aggro for that. IIT pinging the turrets that they want to be able to get some more plating potentially. Or maybe not. Plates are gone. No, plates are still on. There's just no plates in tier 1. My mistake. However, let's see. We have the Elise coming in here. And I'm sorry for my timer being so off. It's just so much happening. I can't keep up. It's going to be the Elise walking right into a Kayn. No flash to help her out. She's going to finish off the Raptors as well. Braum's going to instantly yeet out of that portal. He'll be fine. However, Kayn looking like he's still hungry, looking like he still wants to go for some kills. We're actually going to be seeing a little bit of a lane switch up. Looking like Mordekaiser wants to be settling himself with the Galio top lane. That's going to be interesting for sure. Look at that damage coming through, forcing the Kate ult early, but that's a lot of damage coming in through. It's going to be able to finish it off, but the trap landing in through. Look at that damage. Not even going to need to ult to go through. Mordekaiser coming in on his own here, but he's going to be taking a lot of damage on his own. Another ult channeled by the Kate, not going to come in through. Wicked Scotty using his ult onto the Braum, a wise decision just to be able to get the guy out of there, looking like they were confident just to have Caitlyn be able to auto snipe her way against Zaya. And yeah, 10k gold lead in 12 minutes is going to be... Don't really know what much more Bradley can do in terms of fighting. You're going to have just too much of an item difference. Looking like the Hawks should be able to secure the second win here for today to get themselves their first win in the series. First win of the season, excuse me. Couple autos being traded here as the Kane is looking at this Braum. However, the ult coming through is going to be able to get the Kates done, actually. No more going through, though, as they get themselves right back out. The Ocean Drake actually going to be spawning quickly. But Kane's still hungry. He wants to look for something. This buff not actually coming in through yet. The smite is going to be secured there by Elise. But look at IIT's 4-man converging here. J Mars here coming here with his ult available. Could be able to help pivot a fight if we're going to look for it. But here we go. Galio going to be going for the ult first. Going to be Elise gone, but that's going to be Mordekaiser going for the ult onto Wicked Scotty. Wicked Scotty with his flash unavailable is looking like he's going to be pelted by the Mordekaiser as IIT's tanks finally here to follow up. Will make quick work of him as he's the last one alive, but only deaths here on the Kane as he finally gets shut down, actually, is going to be giving 550 gold there to Desire. That should help her just a bit to finish off that Essence Reaver, I think. So unfortunate there that the death had to finally come through for Kane, but he's going to be looking like he's going to be constantly pressuring everywhere around the map here for IIT. Looking like we're not going to be necessarily seeing a lane switch yet. However, Dragons is spawning now. So as it's up, looking like the members for IIT's bot lane are converging on this. Blue lane, blue buff going to the Kane. That's not nice. You should give it to the Veigar or something. But looking like they just want to be giving all of the resources to Kane, so that's fine also. Finally coming through, red team making short of another dragon. Both one Infernal, one Ocean available. Couple more engages, looking like they want to be going for something. Forcing the flash out from Veigar and Shiana respectively. A support flash for a mid lane flash is always worth. Kane still inside the jungle, taking everything away here from the Elise. Look at this gold difference. You're going to be seeing a 2k gold lead and almost a still Mordekaiser almost doubled the gold in terms of the Mordekaiser. So even with Mordekaiser getting that one kill, it's just not enough. Cheese and Eggs looking like he still wants to be going in 1v5. Look at this coming through, flashing right there for the Kane, ulting it into 1v5, but he's finally getting taken down. IIT's member is not there to help him out. They still want to be looking for a fight. That's the Elise flashing right into our Veigar buff, so that's a waste of the summoners, unfortunately. But in the entire time, Galio, K taking the Rift Herald, so a one death for a lot of summoners and ults kinda is worth. However, Kane can't be doing dumb mistakes like that. You know, you're just giving... There's always that, well, maybe chance, you know. 10k gold lead, though, is kind of tough. Another trap, a little bit of a combo there. Nice combo there, worked out from IIT's bot lane. Wicked Scotty and Caitlyn looking strong in this comp. Looking like they're able to coordinate their abilities just right. That's going to be two members backing the wave, just pushing. Galio might be looking to put in his Rift Herald now, though. Is the call going to come through for it? Just a little bit of poke here. Wicked Scotty always trying to frontline just to give a little bit of a taste to it. Look at that damage and come through. We might be seeing the Rift Herald being spawned soon. That's going to be a lot of damage. Kane taking a lot. Tom Kench with a nice swallow to finish it off. Going to be having Pirate Windows finish off the Braum. Rift Herald finally spawning is going to be getting the tower halfway down. IIT's members still holding strong. Looking like they want to be coordinating this. Look at that damage coming in through. They're putting everything that they can onto the Zaya. Elise not being able to help out at all. Tom Kench is going to be taking everything. The turret finally falling now as they look at this 1v1 for the Mordekaiser. Looking like IT might be wanting to put this game away. Couple more trades there. Wicked Scotty trying to do what he can. Look at that damage. The smite there able to help finish it off. And the Rift Herald still being alive is going to have likely the GG's coming in. Trump tilted out of his mind as he did not have a friendly game, unfortunately, for his matchup. J Mars' pool of champs still just too versatile. However, Zaya wants to be saying something about that, but it's going to be a little too late for the comeback. Caitlyn just willingly finishing up the game for them. It's going to be 23-7 at 17, just under 18 minutes. Probably the quickest game that we've seen the Division 3 take themselves into it. Well played from the Hawks today. Pro Draft sucks. We mispicked Nar and left the band open. Big oofs. But that's okay. Looking like IIT able to come through there on the top. Not even having to get to break to the 10k gold mark. But look at this damage. Even with Mordekaiser so behind, still second most damage. Zaya just... having a hard time in that 2v2. I think they weren't expecting maybe that Veigar Mage. Pro Draft definitely, I think, maybe leading on the Bradley a little bit, maybe, in terms of what was going to be happening. But look at that. Healthy numbers coming out from all sides there. Galio, Shiana matchup. Galio still just pulling out ahead. The goal was never to get the Galio kills. The goal was just there to have him just be there with that everlasting presence of his ult and his W. Look at that. No kills even. Perfect KDAs coming across here for Pirate. Well played from him. MVP, though, I think, is going to be given to Cheese and Eggs and J-Mars for this game. We just see him completely dominate the Elise. J-Mars, really good spot check there for the red buff that we saw. Level 1, just deterring... I think Bradley being so scared of J-Mars was like, you know what, I don't even want to risk getting a chance of losing a buff or being too low, and allows IIT to take the enemy red buff. So that already puts the Kane ahead, with especially a quick clear of Raptors with Kane's E availability. So Elise with a disastrous early game, a couple of crucial picks in the top lane, getting caught out in the tier 1 towers, going for 1v1s, trying just to go for the kill, but Kane just being slightly ahead in those small things was just able to have him spiral out of control. Couple small misplays from the bot lane. I think he was just confident trying to style on the points for the 1v4, 1v5. But, it's fun. It's collegiate. It's not fun if you don't try dumb stuff like that in terms of a 1v4, 1v5 situation. But IIT quick to close it out. Wicked Scotty, definitely some good engages with his E. Good combos with the Caitlyn W. Definitely, I think, in a team fight is just too much going on at once to be able to monitor everything coming at you from five strong players. But that's gonna do it for us today. I think the Division 2 team was also playing, but I didn't get offered a casting opportunity with them, so I was just happy to still help out where I can, and gonna be going for the Division 3 team, and looking like they're going to be able to get themselves 1-1. So finally pulling off the win in the second week here for Scarlet Hawks. And I think that's going to do it for us today. If you want to be able to rewatch this, we tried to upload all of our streams, or at least good streams like these, relatively good, onto our YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Facebook, Twitter. Join our Discord if you got any questions. Let me know in chat. Let me know in Twitch chat if you got any feedback. But until then, Elvin Moy, signing off. GG's.